MBA from Rutgers and trained as a professional coach at NYU, the founder of Spring Magic Life Society, Spring Zheng.
Thank you. I graduated from one of the best universities of China. My first job was working in the capital and the biggest bank of China. Everyone told me what I did was impossible for a girl from a small town. And what's next? I became a poet. His name was the Chinese American boy. He was an exchange student I met in the university cafeteria. We became good friends through many discussions and conversations, and even debates about the US and China. And then when he went back to America, I started writing so many hundreds of poems and so many hundreds of love letters, all just to preserve the pure friendship with my first love. For 10 years, I had many men and many boys who came after me as pursuers, including a scary one who waited overnight outside my apartment building and wrote me a love letter with his blood. I had to call the security guard to send him away. I rejected all of them because he was my one beautiful love. During that time, I went against the Chinese tradition. We are realists. We don't believe spirituality, and spirituality is superstition. But during those 10 years, I found an underground family church and I was baptized. I felt God is true love, and he blessed me with my one true love. And for those 10 years, the only reason I could survive was my faith in God. I was accepted to the PhD programs at Columbia University and the University of Pennsylvania. And the only way for me to be able to come over here was that my true love agreed to marry me. But he married me as a friend because he loved me like a friend. I didn't care because he was my one true love. We got married, we had 2 lovely kids. It was my dream come true. By the late of our 30s, we moved to Orlando. We had a big house on the lake and a golf course, an acre of land. It was like a heaven on earth, too good to be true. It was too good to be true. I know every marriage has its problems. My marriage with my husband is no different. Even to this day, we have our problems. At our lowest and my lowest, despite my children and despite my love for him, I did not want to move on. One night of the winter, after sending the kids to sleep and writing them my farewell letter, I went down to a Long Island Railroad. I sent him a text message, which I thought would be my last love message for him, even though I was still hoping he was gonna come and save me. I got down on the tracks. I saw the lights of the train far in the distance coming toward me. I was scared. I stood there and I was scared. Should I run away or can I stay? What about my children? What about the pain? I closed my eyes and I tried to have the courage just to stay there, to let the train end the pain. The train whistle pierced the cold night air. I did not move. The freezing wind froze me to my bones. I thought that would be the end of my story. Somehow, by a miracle, the train stopped, 1 foot in front of my face, way before the station. I realized God must have some unfinished plan with my life. That was years ago. Since then, it was my faith in God that has kept me alive and strong. Many dark and lonely nights, I kneeled down on the ground and prayed to God that I could sleep in peace and forgiveness. And as I said, even to this day, me and my husband, our relationship still has big gaps, but we have tried to come closer together. We even went and walked on fire with Tony Robbins. During those darkest years, I lost my happiness. But I was resurrected with resilience and abundance. And since then, it has totally transformed my life and my coaching practice. Since that night on the train tracks, I feel I'm living a new life. My love to the world and to God is so much bigger than my old love. I realize I gave all of myself and lost myself when I was only loving one man. I now fully love and believe in myself and God's mission for me to empower more visionary entrepreneurs to step up for their calling and stand out in their ideal niche as confident experts and soul leaders with their unique God-blessed gifts to transform more lives and positively impact the world for the abundance of all. And I thank God for my new life. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.